Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G, John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Wednesday, only here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on YouTube. So if you're just tuning into the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I say that all the time when we begin here on YouTube. Well, welcome to the first show, Johnny G's first show of 2024, this January 3rd. This is the All 60s show. Some cool soul 45s out of my collection. Hope everybody had a great new year. I mean, we did. Although I wasn't 100%. I was sick a couple weeks ago, right before Christmas, but it's still lingering here. I didn't feel so hot yesterday, and then I fell delivering lasagna to Barbara's house. That was not good, but I didn't break anything. But you got to be careful with these falls. I'm telling you, it's not that good. But welcome to the program tonight, and I think I got some cool records tonight. We just opened up with a band from Los Angeles, California. First recording for Fred Smith's Keyman record label. This was their second release on the Keyman label. Would get picked up by Warner Brothers Records, would become their first release for Warner Brothers. The song written by Jesse Hill and Malcolm Rebennack Jr. And this song first recorded back in 1966 on the A&M label by the Zuzu Blues Band. And I think that song was called, it goes for a lot of money too, by the way, that A&M release. It was called Zuzu Man. And they changed the title, though, with this release in 1968 to Brown Sugar. Now, the group would find success in 1970 with a couple of national hits that I bought when they came out. Maybe you, Charles Wright, I think he was the vocalist on those records, Loveland and Express Yourself. But this was an instrumental from February 68, the Watts 103rd Street Rhythm Band on the Keyman record label, Brown Sugar. Like, that's also on Warner Brothers, which I have too. You know, Johnny G is a completist. Well, enough of my babbling here. I want to say hello to all the people in the chat room. Also, thank you all for your emails and well wishes for 2024. Let's get rid of 2023. We move onward and upward to 2024. And let's open up here the vocal portion. John Ferry, did you request this song a while back? It's possible that you did a few years ago. But this singer, originally from Houston, Texas, he was the lead singer of a 1950s vocal group. Those of you that know that music, the Four Dots that recorded for the Freedom record label, they do a great record called Pleading for Your Love. But in 1960, he recorded in a duo of Jewel and Eddie. That was on the Silver label. I have a bunch of those 45s. And he went solo and then he actually went solo in 61 on the Silver label. But when he signed with Lou Bedell's Era Records in 1965, his first release on the Era label became his biggest hit. It was a song called The Birds and the Bees. But in 1967, he signed with Coal Gems Records, had two releases. This is his second. This charted number 17 on WLOF in Orlando, Florida. And it's a cover tune of a 1957 Bobby Day hit. So let's open up tonight's vocal portion from September 1967. Juwel Akins on Coal Gems, and his rendition of the tune, Little Bitty Pretty One. Yeah, that's September 1967. Juwel Akin's his second release on the Cold Gems record label, Little Bitty Pretty One, to open up the vocal portion here on a Wednesday afternoon. Let's continue here for this next singer. First recorded back in 1964 for the RVA record label. His name, Virgil Blanding, and in 1966 he has one on the Ready label. That's a pretty good a song if you have it. I don't have that. But here's his third overall release. Came out on the Verve record label, subsidiary of MGM Records, and it's from August of 66. Let's give a listen to Virgil Blanding. It's on the Verve label. It's called You Turn Me Around.
No matter where I go, and I run into you, oh yeah, you make me change my clothes. I forget the things I said I could do, 'cause you slow me down and you turn me around. Baby, the way you turn me on, each time I hear your voice, oh yeah, that's all I wanna hear. It's music to my ear. You give me no choice, 'cause you slow me down and you turn me around. Every time you catch my eye, I stop dead in my tracks. Baby, every time you pass me by, I meet myself coming back. My will is not my own, yeah. You got me in your power, oh yeah. You got a hold on me that puts me in a spell each living hour, 'cause you slow me down and you turn me around. Every time I catch my eye, I stop dead in my tracks. Baby, every time you pass me by, I meet myself coming back. My will is not my own, yeah. You got me in your power, oh yeah. You got a hold on me that puts me in a spell each living hour, 'cause you slow me down and you turn me around. Baby, don't you know you slow me down and you turn me around. Oh yeah, don't you know you got a hold on me.
That's Virgil Blanding. Virgil Blanding, August 1966. That's a pretty cool record there on the Verve record label. You Turn Me Around is the name of the tune. Now, after he recorded for Moonshot Records, I think that was 68, also has a bunch of records on Colossus, and also a kind of in-demand record on the Tamla label that I do have. I may have featured it here on the program, but that's what you get when you buy dollar records from your doowop dealers. Johnny G here on a Wednesday. Let's continue here. Let's go to let's go to a Motown sound. Actually, this gal from Washington D.C. originally. This is her debut single on Berry Gordy Jr.'s Motown record label. The song written by Smokey Robinson. Now, the original title of this was called Goodbye Cruel World, but Berry Gordy thought that that title was much too harsh, so they changed it. They changed it to Goodbye Cruel Love. This was a number 13 record on WEEB in Baltimore, Maryland. Let's go to January 1963. Give a listen to Linda Griner. Linda Griner on the Motown record label. It's called Goodbye Cruel Love. That's a great sound of Linda Griner. Linda Griner, January 1963. That's her debut single on Motown Records. Goodbye Cruel World it was supposed to be, but they changed it to Goodbye Cruel Love. I think with her next release beginning in 1965, she would change her name to Lynn Roman. Had releases on the Mercury label, some nice ones on Dot Records, also Brunswick and others. The flip side is excellent too. I know Mark Speck, you must know. Let's play the flip side here. This is a request for Johnny G because it's a nice ballad she does on the back. Yeah, there you go. And again, it is another Smokey Robinson pen tune. It's a great record. Greg Surik sold me this. It wasn't that expensive, but it's not cheap. I can tell you that much. But it's a great two-sider here. Let's give a listen to the flip side. January 63, Linda Griner, the flip side of Goodbye Cruel Love. It's on Motown Records. The song is called Envious.
Why should she be so envious? She says that I've got diamond rings and furs and things, and even though it's true, still I'm blue, so blue. See why she's envious, 'cause even though I've got the things that seem so real, she doesn't know how blue I feel, 'cause she's got you. Strange how things turn out, how funny life can be. I envy her 'cause she has you, and now I find out that she envies me. Such a fool to be envious, 'cause I would gladly trade the things that I possess for just one kiss, one sweet caress from you. To show that I envy her too. I really do envy her too. I really do envy her.
That's a great sound of Linda Griner there. That's a great two-sided 45. January 63, Linda Griner, a.k.a. Lynn Roman, on the Motown record label. Envious is the name of the tune. It's not good to be envious. That is not a good trait to have. You can think it, but you shouldn't say it. Johnny G's saying it here for a Wednesday evening. Let's continue here. Let's go to Morris Levy's Roulette record label for this next tune. I like both sides of this record, too. The flip side is more of a doo-wop sound, I guess, but this side is pretty nice, too. A tune written by Joel L. Canaday, Mike Lewis, and William McCorkle. I'm guessing this group is out of New York or New York City. Now, this song would be covered a year later in 1965 by a UK group called the Transatlantics. Came out on the Jubilee record label, but this was the original. This group called the Avalons. The Avalons from August 64 on Roulette Records. It's called Many Things from Your Window.
always see many things from your window. Oh yeah, you can always see many things from your window. Oh yeah, you can see the stars in the sky. You can see your lover walking by. You can always see many things from your window. You can always see many things from your window. Oh yeah, you can always see many things from your window. Oh yeah, you can see her with another guy. It make you feel as though you wanna cry. You can always see many things from your window. You can always hear many things from your window. Oh yeah, you can always hear many things from your window. Oh yeah, you can hear her saying with the fly that she's in love with another guy. You can always hear many things from your window. Many things from your window. Many things from your window. Many things from your window.
Yeah, well, out of Johnny G's window, I get a nice view of the Hudson River. A couple trees, if they go down there, you really get a nice view of that. We get to see the fireworks here sometimes if they shoot them high enough. But there you go. Those are the Avalons, August 1964, on Morris Levy's Roulette record label. Many Things from Your Window is the name of the tune. Let's continue here with the All 60s edition for a Wednesday evening. Now, all this, on last week's edition, featured this group from Detroit. I played their first of two for the RCA record label. It was called Hold to, what was it? Was it Hold On or Hold to My Baby? I think that was it. Or Hold On to My Baby. I forget. But anyway, let's give a listen to their second release on the RCA record label, tune written by Kenny Carter and Larry Banks. It's arranged by Tico Wilshire, features Johnny Williams on lead. Let's go to September of 1967 for the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers on RCA. It's called I've Gotta Find Her.
Here comes another day, and I just suffered through another night of heartache. Oh, when will it end? Will I ever see a smiling face again? Just one more time before I die, I got to look down into my face. I got to find her. Got to find my baby. Got to keep on looking. Got to find her. Keep on looking, baby. Keep on looking. Oh yeah. Now listen, baby, baby. I tried so hard to forget her. Don't know how I wish, girl, that I had never met her. Oh, it just ain't right. I know that someone else would be holding her tight, and her good loving
Baby, where are you? I need you, baby. Oh yeah, got to have some love. Oh baby, got to keep on searching. Oh yeah, baby.
That's a September 67 release. The second release on RCA for a group called the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers, Johnny Williams on lead. I've Gotta Find Her is the name of the tune. Johnny G's Gotta Find These Soul 45s from our Wednesday evening show. Hope you're digging on the tunes here as we fill requests too. This is a request for listener Adrian Viterbo. He's in our YouTube chat room. He's listening down in Mexico as we go to Harvey Fuqua's Tri-Fi Records out of Detroit, Michigan, but this group there out of Cleveland, Ohio, they did two on the Tri-Fi record label. Now, this is their first, and the group included George Hendricks, Dorothy and James Hutchinson, and the lead singer, Ann Bogan. Ann Bogan, Harvey Fuqua discovered her while he was in Cleveland. She was singing in a church, and he said, "You got to come record for me." I guess I got the group together. This is from May of 62. This is going out to Adrian, the Challengers on the Tri-Fi label. The song is called Stay.
If I fail in all my trying, stay with me, darling, and see me through. You don't know how I feel. Stay with me, baby, and I'll prove my love is real. And oh, stay with me, baby, stay with me, honey, stay with me, sugar, stay with me, baby, stay with me. I've started out right, ended up wrong, but you've been patient with me, but I'm asking you, baby, for one more chance. Stay with me and renew our romance. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. If you feel I've been lying, it'll make my heart feel like dying. If you don't want to see me cry, stay with me, baby, and our love will never die. And oh, stay with me, baby, stay with me, honey, stay with me, sugar, stay with me, baby, stay with me. Oh, stay with me.
That's by request for Adrian in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Challengers, May 1962. That's on the Tri-Fi record label out of Detroit. Stay is, is the name of the tune. Now, this was issued on the promo. I have it on the promo as the Challengers. They were forced to change their name because there was already an established group known as the Challengers. I think that instrumental group, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me. So the stock copies of this read The Challengers 3. If you if you own this 45, as Johnny G's beginning to cough here. But anyway, let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. This is a request for listener Emnon. This group is from Geneva, New York. They were all white except their lead singer. They had 4 releases on the Buffalo-based Aphrodisiac label. What a label. You're going to call your label Aphrodisiac? I don't know. But let's give a spin to their first release, which became the group's biggest hit, number 80 on Billboard, a 78 on Cashbox, a big number one record on numerous stations, especially up in Buffalo, WNIA and WYSL in Buffalo, WJET in Erie, Pennsylvania, and WGVA, where this group was from, Geneva, New York. Here are Wilmer Alexander Jr. and his Dukes from May of '68 for Emnon on the Aphrodisiac label. It's called Give Me One More Chance. That's by request for listener Emnon there. The sound of Wilmer Alexander Jr. and the Dukes, May 1968 on the Aphrodisiac record label. It's called Give Me One More Chance. Now, Evan, you mentioned it. The interesting thing is that there are really three different presses of this record. The true first press shows Wilmer Alexander Jr. and the Dukes. The second presses added the time, and the third presses shortened it to just Wilmer and the Dukes. So check your copy of that 45 if you own it. Johnny G here on a Wednesday. If you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. Wednesday night is my All Soul show. We're here from 9 p.m. to midnight. We're live on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. So let's continue here, and let's go to this request for listener Frank Gingaro. I saw Frank earlier in the YouTube chat room. So Frank Gingaro and his wife love this group from Memphis, Tennessee, formed while attending Booker T High School in Memphis. Their debut single came out in November of '64 on the Stax label, but the label moved them over to their subsidiary Volt Records, where they put out 15 singles. This was their first, produced by Charles Axton. It features John Gary Williams on lead. This charted number 95 on Billboard, 90 on Cashbox, 11 on the R&B a chart, but a big #1 record if you were tuned in to KDAY out in Los Angeles, California. So let's send this one out. Special request to Frank Gingaro and his wife, July 65, the Mad Lads on the Volt label. It's called You Don't Have to Shop Around.
I found the love that my heart has been longing for. I don't have to shop around, shop around, shop around anymore. And I found the love that my heart has been longing for. She'll never put me down, put me down, put me down anymore.
That's a special request going out to Frank Gingaro. And Frank, your wife's name is Jerry. I think that's what you told me. They were singing along to that record. That is very cool. July 1965, the sound of the Mad Lads on the Volt record label. You Don't Have to Shop Around. That's with John Gary Williams on lead. Now, you know, Frank, he is into soul music. I didn't even know that. Well, you see, Frank is a co-host with Gordon Skagberg on the Rhythm and Blues Serenade. That is on WRHU 88.7 FM. That's out of Hofstra University on Sundays beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I think 3 to 5, and then there's an hour. I think they go to 6 o'clock. So you can tune in on a Sunday if you'd like to. And he plays vocal group harmony. But I didn't know Frank did a while back did a soul show. That would be very cool. It is. And plus he collects the records too. He's like Johnny G, collects vocal group harmony and soul 45s. Thank you and your wife for being here. So I want to give you a shout out here on the program. Let's continue here. Johnny G here on a Wednesday, and I'm good for one hit a night. So Mark Speck, if you're keeping track, this is my hit for the night because I really like this record. I know Paul Greco, you know this song. I mean, Paul emails me and he critiques all the shows, and I love to get those emails. emails I do, and he says a lot of these records he's hearing for the first time, but I bet you know that one, Paul, by the Mad Lads, and I'm sure you're going to know this one because this was a pretty big hit for this gal, originally from St. Louis, Missouri. First began recording for the local Bobbin label out of St. Louis. Now, she would sign with Checker Records in 1965. The first two singles on the Checker label she did with a duet with Bobby McClure, and this was her first solo release on Checker, which would be her biggest hit. And like I said, Johnny G is good for one hit, well, maybe two, Mark can tell you, but this tune written by Raymond Miner and Carl Smith, this charted number 4 on Billboard, number 3 on Cashbox, and number 1 on the R&B chart. We go to August of 1965. Let's give a listen to Miss Fontella Bass. Fontella Bass on the Checker label. It's called Rescue Me. I tell you, Johnny G is good for a national hit here and there. I'm looking for something here. Give me, all right, there you go. I kind of went out of sequence here, but there you go. I like that record. That is a good dancing record, I have to say. It's got a good beat. Listen, just because it's a hit, as long as the copyright police don't come out and get Johnny G, they did not come out on that record. I'm usually safe in the first 2 hours. When I get into the third hour is when I get into trouble. But they've been, since I'm going up, there's over 1,300 and something subscribers. So as the subscribers, more subscribers come on, they give me a little bit more leeway. is what they do. But that is a great tune. That is her biggest hit, biggest national hit for Fontella Bass, August 1965 on the Checker label, Rescue Me. Johnny G is rescuing you on a Wednesday evening as we continue here. And I have to say hello to my best friend who celebrated a birthday on New Year's Eve. That is Dave the Rave. Dave the Rave in our YouTube chat room. Of course, he is the host of Relics and Rarities, a syndicated show that he puts out. And also, Dave the Rave is on Sirius XM, the 60's channel, as a member of Tommy James' Getting Together team, as he introduces some rarities, actually, or records that have fall through the cracks. So he brings his actual records into the recording studio to do that. He is in our YouTube chat room tonight, and which brings me to this next record here, because I totally forgot about this 45 that I had in the collection. I found it in the box, and I said, well, I'm going to have to tell Dave about it, but he knew about it. I spoke to him a little bit about it today. This group, it is, I think they're out of the Bronx, New York, and they are Ray Gant and the Arabian Nights. And I have this on the first label. It's Sivad, S-I-V-A-D Records. I think the Jaywalking label picked this up maybe early 1970, but this originally came out in 1969. And the cool thing about it is it mentions a disc jockey in this song called Dave the Rave, and with JB, which is James Brown. So that's the interesting thing about it. And I told Dave I was going to play it tonight. So we're going to send this one out to Dave the Rave in our YouTube chat room. This is 1969. This is Ray Gant and the Arabian Nights on the SIVAD label, Sivad Records, and it's called Chattanooga Walk. This is for Dave the Rave.
I was down in Tennessee about 2 weeks ago. They was doing a dance I ain't never seen before. Chattanooga Walk is his name. All down south, y'all, they all doing the same. Listen, can you deal with?
Can you do it?
Ain't nothing to it.
Ain't nothing to it.
Chattanooga Walk.
Yeah, Chattanooga Walk.
All right.
Yeah, Chattanooga Walk.
I went down on 9th Street to a seafood store. They was doing the walk at a rock and roll show. I turned on my radio to hear Dave the Rave. He was playing soul music with a cat named BJ. Can you do it?
Can you do it?
Ain't nothing to it.
Ain't nothing to it.
Chattanooga Walk.
Yeah, Chattanooga Walk.
All right.
Yeah,
Listen here, y'all. While I was down there in Chattanooga, I ran across a guy I think y'all know. His initials are JB. That's right, Mr. James Brown. Lord have mercy. I had something up on him this time, though. He asked me how I did my new dance called the Chattanooga Walk. And I showed him how, just like this here. Lord have mercy. All right, listen. Can you do it?
Can you do it?
Ain't nothing to it.
Ain't nothing to it.
Chattanooga Walk.
Yeah, Chattanooga Walk.
Chattanooga Walk now, baby.
Chattanooga Walk.
You can't deal with.
Chattanooga Walk.
She's got to deal with. You got to deal with. He's got to do it, y'all. Listen. Chattanooga Walk now, baby. Do my walk, y'all. Do my walk.
There you go, 1969 release there for Ray Gant and the Arabian Nights. That's going out to Dave the Rave in our YouTube chat, and it mentions his name in the record there. Dave the Rave, Spinning Soul. Oh, I mean, you can't get it any better than that. That's Chattanooga Walk. That's on the Sivad record label out of the Bronx, New York. There you go for that. Let's continue here on Vinyl Treasures for the debut single for this gal from East Orange, New Jersey. She's the younger sister to Dionne Warwick, but this was her first release. Her first release came out on the Jubilee record label, a tune written by Clint Ballard Jr. Now, this was the original version of the song, as Mark Speck mentioned in the YouTube chat room. Of course, you may know versions as done by Betty Everett. She recorded this. The Swingin' Blue Jeans recorded this, as well as Linda Ronstadt. She did it, in the 1980s maybe? I don't know. But there are others also. This is produced by Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller, arranged by Gary Sherman. This charted on Billboard, was only number 117. It bubbled under on Billboard, was a big number 17 record, though, if you were listening on KJR in Seattle, Washington. Let's go to September of 1963 for Dee Dee Warwick, her debut single on the Jubilee label. It's called You're No Good.
Feeling better now that we're through. Feeling better 'cause I'm over you. I learned my lesson, it left a scar. But now I see how you really are. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good, baby, you're no good. Hey, oh, hey, you hear what I say? You're no good, you're no good, you're no good, baby, you're no good. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey. Well, I broke her heart, was gentle and true. I left her for someone like you. I'll beg his forgiveness on bended knee, but I wouldn't blame him if he said to me, you're no good, you're no good, you're no good, baby, you're no good. Hey, oh, hey, you know what I mean. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good, baby, you're no good. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey.
That's the original version of the song there. Dee Dee Warwick, her debut single also on the Jubilee record label. September 63, You're No Good is the name of the tune. Hopefully Johnny G is good enough for you to tune into here on a Wednesday night as we continue here. Let's go to New Orleans, Louisiana for this next 45. This singer-born Millard Leon West started recording for the Rustone record label back in 1959. I think he was called Little Leon West back then, but he had 3 releases on Connie LaRocca's Frisco label. This was his first on Frisco. His name is Willie West. Let's go to June of 1963. I know Dave the Rave has his 45. Willie West on the Frisco label. It's called I'm Back Again.
I'm back again. Can't forget, girl, how good you've been. I ask forgiveness for all my sins and hope that someday you forgive me. I'll try to do what's right, but I cannot help it. I just can't fight. I ask forgiveness for all my sins and hope that someday you forgive me. I ask forgiveness for all my sins and hope that someday you forgive me. Hey, hey. Don't you know I'm gonna make it? Come on, oh, one more time, baby. Come on, mashed potato, baby. Hey, don't you know I'm coming your way? Hey, mashed potatoes every day. Hey, hey, come on, baby. Yes, you come every day, baby.
June 63 release there for Willie West. That's his first of three on the Frisco record label. I'm Back Again is the name of the tune. He would continue to have releases into the 1970s on, I think I have another one he does on the Dessous label, also releases on Josie and Warner Brothers. As we continue here on Vinyl Treasures, have a old request for a Warren Russell who just came into our YouTube chat. And Warren, I had this on the list. I don't know what made me think of it, but this I saw this in the box. I said, wait a minute, I think I have this as a request. If I can't find your request that you sent to me, I keep it, Charlene keeps it on a list. So once in a while, I'll look at it, but I found this one here. So Warren, maybe you forgot about this, but you did request this singer from New York City. His debut single came out on Zell Sanders' Zell label in 1963, but this is his second overall release on Bobby Robinson's Enjoy label. This one produced by Bobby Robinson, arranged by Eddie Chambly, who was married to Dinah Washington. Let's go to June of 63 for Jimmy Armstrong. Jimmy Armstrong on the Enjoy record label. It's called I'm Going to Lock My Heart. This is for Warren in our YouTube chat room.
Yes, I'm going to lock my heart and throw away the key. Yeah, I'm gonna lock my heart and throw away the key. No, I'll never fall in love again. Yeah, when we first met, life was so grand. I was happy to sit and hold your hand. You told me that you love me. You crossed your heart and made a vow to never
That is an old request for listener Warren in our YouTube chat room. Warren Russell requested that Jimmy Armstrong, June 63, on the Enjoy record label. I'm going to lock my heart is the name of the tune. I knew I had it checked off. It was a matter of finding it. Of course, he would have later releases on the Stop label, and Mark mentioned that Shrine release, which I do not have. I do have the one on Jet Set. That is a pretty good record he does, and I have featured that here on the program. Let's continue here. Another request this time for UK listener Steve Owen. This gal from, is it Havre de Grace, Maryland, if I said it right? If I said it right, Bob Cruz, Havre de Grace, Maryland. She signed with Juan Records in late 1964. She had 6 releases on the Juan label. This is her 4th. Tune written by Jimmy Bishop and Kenny Gamble. Let's go to July of 1965. This is for UK listener Steve Owen, Nella Dods. Nella Dods on the Juan label. It's called Come Back, Baby. As by request for UK listener Steve Owen, the sound of Nella Dods. Nella Dods, her 4th release, 4th of 6 on the Juan label from July 65. Come Back, Baby. I hate styrene. Those Juan 45s, cheap styrene vinyl. But she will return later on. Daryl, you mentioned her other song. That will return later on in the program. Let's continue here with the request. This one for listener Adrian Viterbo, listening in Mexico. This group formed back in 1960 in Dayton, Ohio. Their first two releases, they backed up the Falcons on the Lupine label, also backed up Benny McCain on Robert West's Lupine label, but they had their own releases on Lupine too. Now, Adrian requested the group's second. It features guitarist Robert Ward on lead. Let's go to February 64 for the Ohio Untouchables. The Ohio Untouchables on the Lupine record label. This is for Adrian. The song is called I'm Tired. That's February 64 release there for the Ohio Untouchables. That's for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat. That's on the Lupine record label. I'm Tired is the name of that tune. They would have two more releases, I think two on the Thelma label. Then, of course, later on, way later, they recorded as the Ohio Players. There you go, the Ohio Untouchables. Johnny G, Untouchables. Johnny G here, being untouchable here, live on a Wednesday evening. Thank you for being here. If you like what Johnny G is doing, please give me a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're also live on Oldies and More Radio every Wednesday night from 9 p.m. Eastern Time till midnight. Now, the interesting thing, this is a recent addition to the Johnny G vinyl collection. Actually, the next two records I want you to listen to closely, because they are the same song but done at different times, or actually resung. So this is a rare record. This is on a label called Dove Records. I think the group the group is out of Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. So originally what happened was Greg Surik sold me a 45 many years ago by a group called the Rochelle's. And it was on a label called Spacey Records. The A-side of the 45 was called Teardrops, a pretty cool record. So it was when I used to talk to Greg over the phone. He used to call me. We used to look at the eBay auctions. We used to look at the Soul Records. And we're going way back now with Greg. So he said, did you see what Craig Moyer has for sale? So I said, what record are you talking about? He says, well, remember I sold you that Rochelle's record on Spacey? Well, he has another record on there. Nobody seems to have it, by Yvonne Robertson and the D-Mystics on the Spacey label. And I said, well, he wants like $3,000 for it. I'm not going to pay $3,000 for that VG record. So he says, well, you know, I tried to talk him down on it. He didn't want to sell it. So he didn't sell it, and Greg didn't have it. But he had this record, which I think is the true first press of the 45, and then it later on came out on the Spacey label, and then the group re-recorded it. So I'm going to play them back to back, and you tell me which one you like better. And to me it's obvious. I prefer the second one, but I needed to have the first one because it's a more cruder version and their attempt on this record. But the group is called, we're going to first hear the original way it came out as Yvonne Robertson and the D-Mystics, and she co-wrote this song, featuring it on the Dove label from 64. It's called Teardrops. Then we're going to hear it on Spacey Records from 64, again as the Rochelle's. So you tell me which one you like better. I'll play them back to back. Here's the first one, and the first way it came out. The Yvonne Robertson and the D-Mystics with Teardrops.
Teardrops just keep falling. Teardrops keep falling from my eyes, one by one. Just keep falling with a heart full of hurt. Teardrops just keep on falling. Baby, what went wrong? What did I say to make you treat me this way? Yeah. One by one, just keep falling. One by one, falling. Falling from my eyes. For it's you I love. It's you I love. But why do we part? Because of pain in my one by one, just keep falling with a heart full of hurt. One by one, just keep falling. Baby, what went wrong? What did I say to make you treat me this way? Yeah, yeah, yeah. One by one, just keep falling. One by one, falling. Falling from my eyes. It's you I love. It's you I love. But why do we part? It's you I love. Because of pain. It's you in my heart. A pain in my heart. A pain in my heart. Because of a pain. A pain in my heart. Don't you know it's you I love? You I love. It's you I love. It's you I love. But why do we part? You I love. It's you that I love.
So there you go. That is the. I think they're more polished on the second one, as the Rochelle's, first coming out as Yvonne Robertson and the D-Mystics on Dove Records, Teardrops. Then you just heard the Rochelle's on the Spacey record label and their tune called Teardrops. Johnny G not doing Teardrops, although my eyes are tearing, I will tell you that much. Have been tearing. It still must be the leftover thing of that flu that I had. So go away, flu. Don't bother me as we continue here. Let's go to Rochester, New York for this next group. They formed in 1967. They signed with Epic Records. Their debut single was the original version of Baby Make Your Own Sweet Music, which was later covered by Jay and the Techniques for the Smash record label in 1968. Let's give a listen to the group's second release on the Epic label. This is their second of 7 on Epic Records. It features Johnny Johnson on lead. This bubbled under at number 115 on Billboard, was a big number 8 record, though, on WRAU in Reading, Pennsylvania. Let's go to June of 1968 for a group called The Bandwagon. The Bandwagon on the Epic label. It's called Breaking Down the Walls of Heartache.
Like a madman, I'm up in the morning, heading for the wall of heartache, working every day, bringing home the pale heartbreak. You are gone in the walls of
That's the second of 7 for the Bandwagon. That's on the Epic record label. That only bubbled under at number 115. Can't consider that a national hit. When I talk about hits, I'm talking about a national hit, not a regional hit. Lots of these records were played regionally for sure and did very well in certain markets, but I'm talking about national around the entire United States. That's June 68, the Bandwagon on Epic, breaking down the walls of heartache. Johnny G breaking down the walls of my house here as I'm blasting these 45s. I don't care about the neighbors. I really don't give a crap what they think, but we will play them till I was playing records last night till 3 a.m. in the morning, and I don't think my parents can hear downstairs 2 flights although my mother I think could hear sometimes, and she was up too. That's what you get for eating those chocolate covered what do you call coffee beans. Can't do that late at night as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's go to Cleveland, Ohio for this next group. Actually, it's a request for listener Edmund Williams. This group began recording as the Womack Brothers back in 1961, which launched the careers of Bobby and Cecil Womack. They would change their name to the Valentinos, recorded on different labels during their career for SAR Records, Chess, and Jubilee. Now, here's their 5th release on Sam Cooke's SAR record label. This is a request for listener Edmund Williams. He wants to hear both sides of the 45. Features Bobby Womack on lead. He also co-wrote the tune. This was a number 23 record on WVON, if you were listening in Chicago, Illinois. October 64, the Valentinos going out to Edmund Williams on the SAR label. It's called Everybody Wants to Fall in Love.
Everybody wants to fall in love. Everybody wants to fall in love. Everybody, everybody wants to fall in love. Everybody wants to fall in love. Everybody wants to fall in love. 'Cause everybody now, everybody wants to fall in love. Now listen. Every boy and every girl, rich or poor, all around this world, need somebody to call their own. Want someone to make a happy home because every boy, every girl, rich or poor, all around this world, need somebody to call their very own. Want someone to make a happy home because everybody wants to fall in love. I've got to tell you, everybody wants to fall in love. Everybody now, everybody wants to fall in love. I got to leave you. Everybody wants to fall in love. Everybody wants to fall in love. Everybody wants to fall in love.
As by request for Edmund Williams, the sound of the Valentinos, Bobby Womack and the Valentinos, October 1964 on the SAR record label. Everybody Wants to Fall in Love. Let's flip the 45 over here for Edmund Williams. Wants to hear the flip side of this from October of 64 on Sam Cooke's SAR record label. The Valentinos, the B-side to Everybody Wants to Fall in Love. It's called Bitter Dreams. This is for Edmund. There you go. That's an A and B request for Edmund Williams. That's the fifth release for the Valentinos on Sam Cooke's SAR record label, released in October '64. The A-side, Everybody Wants to Fall in Love. That's the B-side, Bitter Dreams. As we continue here on the All 60s edition, let's go to Louisiana for this next singer. He first recorded as Rollin' Dice with releases in 1963 on the Jamie and the Oriental record label. His real name, Olin Angel Boudreau, as it's spelled like that funny spelling of Boudelex, I call it, but it's really pronounced, thank you, Charlene, Boudreau on that. But he had a release in 1965 as Bobby and Angel. I think that's how you say it. Is that my right, Mark? Angelle. Bobby Angel. Is that how you say it? On 10 Star in 1965. But let's go to the Money record label. He had 4 releases on Money. This is his second tune he wrote. This one arranged by Arthur Wright from March 1966. Bobby Angeli. Is it Angeli or Angele? I can't tell you. It's on Money Records. It's called Living Lie.
But living a lie, you all alone.
March 1966 released their Bobby Angel, or Angeli, there you go, on the Money record label out of California. Living a Lie, maybe he meant to say Living a Lie, possibly for that. That's his second of four on the Money record label. Let's go to Philadelphia now for this request for Frank Gingaro. We'll send it out to Frank and his wife Jerry. This group had two releases on Gilda Wood's Dionne record label, a label out of Philadelphia, and this is a cover song. This is their first on the label, a song first done by Baby Washington. She did it back in 1958 for the Neptune record label, and this one produced by Bob Finez. It features Nancy Wilder on lead. This charted number 8 on WMBM in Miami, Florida. Let's go to December of 1967 for The Variations on the Dionne record label. We'll send it out to Frank and Jerry. The song is called The Time. It's the sound of Philadelphia here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's by request for Frank Gingaro in our YouTube chat room. Those are The Variations with Nancy Wilder on lead, December 1967, doing the Baby Washington tune, The Time, on the Dionne record label. Let's continue here. Let's go to back to the Motown sound. This is a request for UK listener Steve Owen. This group first signed to Berry Gordy Jr.'s Motown record label in 1961. Their first two singles came out on Motown Records before he moved them over to the Gordy label. Now, their first on Gordy would become the group's biggest hit, a song you all know called Do You Love Me. That was in 1962. They would have 9 releases on the Gordy record label. This was their final release that Steve Owen requested, a tune written by Clarence Pauling, Morris Brodnicks, and Stevie Wonder. And this one features Joe Stubbs on lead. Of course, Joe Stubbs, he is the brother of Four Tops lead singer Levi Stubbs. Now, this charted number 92 on Cashbox, 85 on Billboard, number 18 on the R&B chart, and a big number 3 record if you were listening to on WDAS. In Philadelphia, PA, we go to April 1966 by request for Steve Owen, The Contours on the Gordy label. It's called Just a Little Misunderstanding.
It's a tormentor, hurt his woman, and watch her walk away crying. When all alone, he knows he's wrong to be so hard on a woman that's trying. I was so unkind to hurt you so, going out of my mind. I just gotta let you know that, baby, I can't let you go. I realize I hurt you so. I know, sure it can be mended. Just a little misunderstanding. I remember you said you would always care until death should have redeemed part. Then it surely must be my destiny to die the death of a broken heart. So before I become a wandering rover, let's get together, talk this thing over now, baby. I can't let you go. I realize I hurt you so. I know, surely can be mended. It's just a little misunderstanding. That's all it is. You've been loving so long that it just seems wrong that our love should never be. You could be anywhere, baby, I wouldn't care if I thought that you needed me. All the chains in the world can hold, like a love like your lover. Baby, I can't let you go. I realize I hurt you so. I know, surely can be mended with just a little misunderstanding. That's all it is. I can't let you go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Surely can be mended.
As by request for UK listener Steve Owen there, The Sound of the Contours. That's their final release on the Gordy record label from April 1966. Just a Little Misunderstanding features Joe Stubbs on lead. That's Levi Stubbs' brother there, the lead singer of the Contours. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening here, spinning these 45s as I can't get to the next page here. And up next, a request for listener Evan Blatt in our YouTube chat room, as this group is from Dallas, Texas. They first recorded as the Masqueraders beginning in 1963, their first release on the MK record label. Then they have some excellent releases on La Beat Records. They would continue to record as the Masqueraders with releases on Wand, Bell, and AGP. In 1968, though, when they signed with Bell Records, there was Wand had a single out by them, and Bell wanted to put out another another one of their records, but said, well, we can't really call you the Masqueraders. We got to change the name. So for their release on the Amy label, which was their first release for the Amy Malabelle subsidiary, I guess we'll say it, they recorded as Lee Jones and the Sounds of Soul. And of course, it features Lee Jones on lead, and this is a request for Evan Blatt in our YouTube chat room, February 1968, on the Amy record label, not the Bell label, the Amy label, Lee Jones and the Sounds of Soul. It's called This Heart is Haunted. This is for Evan.
Like that house upon the hill, this old heart of mine is lonely and still. Now and then sound can be heard when no one has said a mumbling word, and the sound that carries through and through it's just the ghost of my love I have for you, yeah, yeah. This heart is haunted, uncared for and unwanted. This heart is haunted. The ghost of loneliness is upon it. Inside it, so empty and still, but no one cares, 'cause no one dare. Like that house, there was a day when this old heart of mine was a happy place. Then one day I found myself alone, and my love was a superstition. This heart haunted, yeah, uncared for and unwanted. This old heart is haunted, yeah. The ghost of loneliness is upon it, yeah. Ooh. This heart is
That's by request for Evan Blatt in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Lee Jones and the Sounds of Soul, February 1968. That's on the Amy record label. This Heart is Haunted is the name of the tune. We're going to do an instant request for Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room as we flip over this 45. On the Amy record label, we flip over that request for Evan Blatt. Instant request for Mark Speck. These are Lee Jones and the Sounds of Soul from February 68. The song is called On the Other Side for Mark Speck.
You left me crying without a doubt in your mind. You left your water boiling just can't win you from the other side. No, no, from the other side. You left me crying without a God in your mind, girl. You left your water boiling. I wonder what you're gonna find. Oh, honey, on the other side. Yeah. What you gonna find over there on that other side?
Instant requests here on the Vinyl Treasures Show. That's from Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. A great two-sided ballad 45 there by Lee Jones and the Sounds of Soul, February 68. It's on the Amy record label. That side called On the Other Side. And earlier we heard for Evan Blatt in our YouTube chat room, This Heart is Haunted. Johnny G playing cool 45s here for a Wednesday evening. Let's continue here as with the snow possible. They told us we're potentially here in the New York area over the weekend. We can have a big snowstorm. I don't know. You know, they hype up the weather forecast all the time, but I saw this last minute in the box. I said, well, this is a time to play this record. And this gal was a member of the Leverett sisters. They recorded for the Caden record label. I think that label was out of Philadelphia. And her real name, Tina Leverett, but she recorded as Tina Roberts. She had 2 releases on this label called Security out of New York City. This is her second, a song she wrote together with Stan Vincent. Let's go to February 1966 for Miss Tina Roberts on the Security record label. It's called Snow, parentheses, Like the Snow.
Here we are, alone at last. I want you to love me. Don't go fast. Take it slow, like the snow that's falling. Makes me feel like falling in love. Oh, baby, here we are.
That's our weather forecast record for the night there. That's Tina Robbins' February 66 release on the Security record label. Snow is coming. I hope not. Well, not a lot of snow. I just don't want a lot of snow. I'll watch it fall. I don't want to shovel it. That's snow, parentheses, like the snow, as Johnny G gets all choked up when it snows. Yes, let's continue here. And let's go back to Houston, Texas this time. This group first recorded as the Royal Masters on the Guidon record label. That's not an easy record to find. I do have like a VG copy in my collection. But then they changed their name to the Masters of Houston with their first request on the with their first release, I should say, on the Ovid record label. Then they became the Masters of Soul, and this was their third release on the Ovid record label. Early 1970 sound, although it sounds earlier than that. It doesn't sound like a 70s record, but I like this tune. The Masters of Soul on Ovid Records. It's called Count the Times.
This is my house, baby, for lonely room. For lonely room. It's no exaggeration. For rooms of gloom.
This is my house, baby, for a lonely room.
For a lonely room.
Girl, I ain't jiving. It's four terrible rooms of gloom.
But just like the sun, you came into my mind. Chased away all of my illusions. You straightened out all of my confusion. Made my wrong seem right. You are a living dream that's haunting the back of my mind, and I just can't count the time. You got to listen to me now. No, you know I can't count the time. No, you came just in time to save my man. Got to tell you right now.
Touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition. That's the Masters of Soul. That's their third release on the Ovid record label. Count the Times is the name of the tune. Count the times that Johnny G spins these 45s here for you. I got about 50-something records to play tonight. We usually go until about 12:30 or so. Going to be back tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. for the Relic Survey Countdown of 1957. So if you like those records from 57, tune in tomorrow afternoon. Let's continue here, though. 1965 as we go to Chicago, Illinois, as this appears to be this group's only release. Came out on Leonard Chess's Checker label. The song written and produced by Billy Davis, Carl Smith, and Reynard Miner. They are known as Mary and the Desirables. It's a cool name. Mary and the Desirables, December 65 release on Checker Records. It's called Hurting Hurts.
try to be sly, or I'll say goodbye, and hurting hurts. Hurting hurts if you be untrue. If you be untrue, it could happen to you.
That's December 65 release there from Mary and the Desirables. On the Checker record label, Hurting Hurts is the name of the tune. I can tell you, when I miss Barbara's Last Stare and I Fell, I got this like big gash on my arm. I can tell you Hurting Hurts. It definitely does. Johnny G here on a Wednesday as we continue here. And I don't know, Warren, either Warren or Spence sold me this next 45. It's kind of a cool bluesy thing here. This artist is from, is it Beaufort, North Carolina, or Beaufort, North Carolina? His name, Walter Rhodes, but he recorded as Little Red Walters. And this is his second release on a Cecil Bowen's Lesage label, which is out of Brooklyn, New York. There's some cool group records on this Lesage label by the Masters and the Masterettes, to name a few. But he co-wrote this tune with the label owner Cecil Brown. Let's go to January 65. Little Red Walters on Lesage Records. It's called Ain't Nothing But Gossip.
Baby, people are talking all over town. Everybody's telling you I've gotta put you down. It ain't nothing but gossip, pretty baby, nothing but gossip. You know it gets around. You know it gets around. Although your friends are telling me I don't know what it's all about. Running here and running there, don't know what it's all about. Ain't nothing but gossip. Ain't nothing but gossip. You know it gets around. You know it gets around. Talking all over town. Everybody's telling you I gotta put you down. It ain't nothing but gossip. It's nothing but gossip. You know it gets around. You know it gets around. I said it gets around, baby. You know it gets around.
There you go. That one there, Little Red Walters, is from January 65. It's on the Lesage Records, which is out of Brooklyn. This one called Ain't Nothing But Gossip is the name of the tune. Of course, he had other releases. He recorded as the Blonde Bomber on the Hull record label. I have that record on Hull. That's a 50s record. Also, solos on Mascot, Violet, and Cotillion. Yes. Johnny G here spinning his 45s. Let's continue here. And I never knew that this next artist was a vocalist at all. I thought he was just a tenor saxophonist, but no, he is not. He's also a singer. He was born in Watts, California on February 4th of 1931. He played with the Lionel Hampton Spike Jones, Rye Coder, and played on early Lieber and Stoller tunes. He also played on Smokey Joe's Cafe, was a tenor saxophonist there, and also played on Rebel Rouser. I think that was the Dwayne Eddy tune, Rebel Rouser. But I know he has a release on Spark that Alan Freed would play. I think it was called The Whip, which I have, but he has a bunch of releases on American, also on RCA. This is his first of two on RCA, and this is actually a cover song. This song dates back to 1942, as done by the Jimmy Dorsey Orchestra on the Decca label, but this was done by a few other artists. I know that Billy Ford of Billy and Lily fame does a nice rendition of this on the Reprise record label, but this is on RCA from July 67. Gil Bernal on RCA. It's called This Is Worth Fighting For. Gil Bernal.
I saw a peaceful old valley with a carpet of corn for the floor, and I heard a voice within me a whisper, This is worth fighting for. And I saw a little old cabin and the river that flowed by the door, and I heard a voice within me whisper, this is worth fighting for. Didn't I build that cabin? Didn't I plant that corn? And didn't my folks before me fight for this country before I was born? Gathered my loved ones around me, and I gazed at each face that I adore. Then I heard that voice within me thunder, this is worth fighting for. As Gil Bernal. Gil Bernal's version of This Is Worth Fighting For. That one there on RCA, that's his first of two. I have to check if I got that other one, Mark, by him, July 1967. Let's go back out to Los Angeles, California, to the Trudell record label. For this group, they had 4 releases on the Trudell label. This is the B-side to their second and probably their most desirable 45. Greg Zurich was trying to get this out of my collection. He was offering me all kinds of money for this record, and I paid $25 for the record. I found it at the Yonkers Raceway Flea Market sometime in the late 1970s. The tune written by the lead singer of the group, his name is Willie Hutchinson, a.k.a. Willie Hutch, and this is from December of 64. Let's give a listen to the Phonetics. The Phonetics on the Trudell record label. It's called Just a Boy's Dream.
As December 64 release there, the Phonetics on the Trudell record label. Just a Boy's Dream is the name of the tune. Let's continue here now with another request, this time for Ronnie Sherman. Now, Ronnie, you sent me, Charlene said to me, Johnny, do you have the Blue Angels on SSS International? I said, well, wait a minute. That is that the Rody Joy record? The Rody Joy record on Redbird? Because I do have that record. I think I have it on blue plastic, but it might be the same song on both sides. So I don't know if this was the A side of the 45. But this is a request for Ronnie Sherman. This gal, she's originally from Detroit, Michigan, but she relocated to Brooklyn, New York. Her real name was Rita Coleman, and she had 3 releases on the Redbird record label. This is her second, and probably the one that is in most demand, I would say, this song. So let's give a listen. So Ronnie, I decided to play the original version of this. Didn't I really have the time to look for the other one, because Charlene mentioned it's late in the day the other night. So, but I easily was able to find the original version. So let's send this one out to listener Ronnie Sherman, June 65. Rody Joy on Redbird Records. It's called He's So Easy to Love.
Such a sweet and handsome guy, and in his eyes it's heaven that I see. Oh, he's everything that any girl could want, and I want him oh so bad. He's so easy to love. Oh, he's so easy to love. Tells me I should follow him, hoping someday he will notice me, and I'll be so very happy when this love of mine is all he'll ever see. Every girl I know says she loves him so, but I love him so much more. He's so easy to love. Oh, he's so easy to love. Oh, 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 oh. La, 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 him so, but I love him so much more. He's so easy to love. Oh, he's so easy to love. Oh, 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 oh. He's so easy to love. Did you hear me say that he's so easy to love? He's so easy to love.
As by request for listener Ronnie Sherman there, that's Rody Joy, tune written by Mike Lewis and Earlene Phillips, June 65. That's her second release on the Redbird label. He's So Easy to Love is the name of the tune. She would have 4 more releases on the Parkway record label. It's unfortunate, though, that she never really had a hit. It's too bad for that, because that is a cool tune. Johnny G here on a Wednesday. Let's continue here, as this is a request for listener listener Amnon as we go back to Philadelphia, PA. Of course, the lead singer of the Hearts, his group Lee Andrews and the Hearts I'm talking about, they began back in 1953, first recording for the Rainbow record label, but so many releases for that group through the years. And Lee Andrews, of course, he would go solo. This is actually a solo release, but there is a group backing him up on this, I think. There were some of the members of the Dream Lovers and the Masters and the Hearts, but he had 2 releases on the Parkway label. Amnon requested his second. Let's go to April of 63 for Lee Andrews on Parkway Records. The song is called Operator.
It's not easy to be alone, to sit and wait by the telephone, to sit and watch the time go by, to want someone so bad you start to cry.
Try again.
Operator, please try again.
Try again.
Operator, she must be in.
Operator. Sorry, no answer.
We had a quarrel and she went home alone. Now I must call to see if she went home. Sometimes she say things to make me mad. A minute later they don't seem so bad.
Try again.
Operator, please try again.
Try again.
Operator, please let it ring.
Operator. I'm ringing.
I know it's late, but I can't wait till tomorrow. I must speak to her tonight. I got to know that everything's alright. So won't you please try it one more time? I gotta get her or I'll lose my mind.
Try again.
Operator, please try again.
Try again.
Operator, please be my friend.
Operator. Still trying. Try again.
Operator,
Operator. Sorry, no answer. Try again.
gotta get her.
Operator. Sorry, no answer.
That's going out to listener Amnon. That's the sound of Lee Andrews. Lee Andrews from April 1963. That's on the Parkway record label. Operator is the name of the tune. Thank you, Jack, for that compliment. I am just an amateur here on YouTube here. No training. I mean, I have done presentations with my a white-collar job. I was an accountant for the majority of my working career. I mean, I was like a manager, got all the way up to accounting controller when I worked for a construction company in New York City. They used to do signal work for the city of New York, work bridge and tunnel work, and I was in charge of a number of the divisions. I think I had like 20 people reporting to me in my heyday. And then when I lost my job, it was very difficult to find a job. When you turn, I was older than 40 at the time. It's really hard to find a job because when you're interviewing people that are younger than you, it's kind of intimidating. Or I should say the younger people are interviewing somebody older. It becomes intimidating. So I went into consulting work, and it was actually pretty cool because they liked my background. I went into the city to work for a company called Resources Global Professionals. So what happened was, because I got canned, I was an accounting controller for Railworks, and they went into bankruptcy, and I learned all about bankrupt, what to do in Chapter 11, how to do all that work, because I was the main guy. But me and Karen Fieri, we got promoted when we found a lot of problems within the company, things that were not done. It was like a mini Enron thing that went on. So what happens was the company was moving down to Long Island. I had no intentions of going, but I got the funny thing was they hired I should have been up for the big VP job. So this young kid comes in. Now I'm sitting in an office and I'm managing the entire place there, at least the accounting functions. So he walks in my office. I was so mad. He walked into the office. He never introduced himself, because they said, Johnny, you're going to see people walking around the office here. Don't talk to them. You don't need to talk to them or whatever. I didn't know what was going on. I was just doing the work. I was doing all the financials. So they hire him as the VP of Finance. I was not happy. So he walks into my office the day he was hired, and he shakes my hand and he says to me, I need a good teacher like you. I was like, what? I says, you said that to me? I was interviewed for this job and you come in here and tell me you need me to teach you the job? I said, don't talk to me. So I was done with him. So he would say, we're having a meeting. You have to come in. I says, I'm not going in any meeting with him. I'm not doing it. So it was funny, this back and forth going on. And I had loyal people that were working for me. And it was so unfortunate because from what I did, I got this guy fired because I said, I went over, you should never, ever, ever do this. Never go over. I jumped over 2 levels of management, and I went to the president of the company, who I knew. And I walked in and I said, look, you just hired this guy and it's not working out. He should not be coming in my office and telling me he needs a teacher like me. He should know how to do this work. I shouldn't have to teach him. So the president goes to me, I knew he was too green. I'll take care of it. I said, you sure you don't want me to talk to your other 2 subordinates under you? He goes, no, John, go back to work. I'll take care of it. I was like, what did I do? Because they all went out to lunch and I went to talk to this guy. So anyway, I went back to my office and my phone rings. It's like an hour later, and it's the next guy down from the president. He calls me in the office and he says to me, I thought everything was right between you and Matt. What happened? I said, look, I can't take it anymore. He can't come in here and tell me I need to do this, and if I don't get on the bus and do what he wants and get in here early, I says, I'm not doing none of that. It ain't happening. So he got canned. They fired him that day. So they all came into my office. I had my staff, and I said, look, they're going to get rid of him by 3 o'clock today. So everybody do your work and don't worry about it. So what happened was the next guy under him came down to my office and he said, I have to apologize for what Matt said, but he's going to be leaving the company. They tried to save this guy. I was so peed off. So it turns out that they said that I could interview for the job again. So I interviewed for the job, and one of my controllers out in Long Island came up to interview. They give him the job over me. So that was like a dig. You got to deal with these corporate, these people that you deal with. So they hired him over me, and it was odd because he couldn't deal with me because I was his boss. So here he is telling me, and I said, they're going to can me when the president is not here anymore, because he was my protector. So really, I was doing what I wanted to do, but he was my protector. So what happened was the second day the president ended up being canned because the company was being brought out or whatever. So they called me in the office. They made their announcement. They're going to Long Island. They said, John, but you're not going. I said, well, I had no intentions of going. But before they called me in, they fired my assistant controller and my senior accountant. I felt bad for them, so they suffered my wrath of what I caused that guy. So they said to me, of course we need you to show your job to somebody else, so if you want to stay on for another 4 weeks, we'll pay you. I said, no. You don't need to pay me for the 4 weeks. I'm out of here. I just got to come and get my father's paintings. So you got to give me another day or two, and I'm out of here. But they canned me, and then you had to look for another job. But I met these people down in New York City at Resources Global Professionals. They were great. They liked my resume. They liked my background, and they were the ones that got me a job in Sony Music. And it was pretty cool because it was 1990. It was 2003, maybe it was, and it was just the start of digital downloading. And it was pretty cool because nobody knew how to do anything. And of course, they just threw me in the fire there at Sony Music because everybody left, and I had to learn all this accounting stuff. And so they tried to offer me a job. So they said, will you work here full time? In the beginning, I said, no. I says, they were offering me less than I was getting paid from Resources. I said, no. I says, you got to really up the pot for me to stay. And so eventually they were going to do it, but then I met a whole lot of great people and worked in Lyndhurst, New Jersey there. And I learned, it was really cool working for Sony because they did the, you know that movie, what's it called? Cadillac Records. They were making that movie there when I was working for the company. So they had all these people come in, and they had all these actors, and they were looking at it was all cool. I said, look, if you need any records for this movie, I says I got a whole bunch of chess records if you need them. But they didn't have any groups in the movie. But anyway, I get off on a tangent here. But anyway, why are we talking about that? Because we were talking about working, I think. But anyway, as I lose my mind, let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. We got a twin spin on Lee Andrews, this time with the Hearts, as we go to Jerry Green's Lost Night record label. You know, there was some, not only were there oldies and reissues on we're talking about my voice, Jack. That's how we got on this tangent. But what happened was Lee Andrews and the Hearts, they have some original recordings on the Lost Night record label, and this is a cool one. I found it in my box. One of the records they have is Cold Gray Dawn. This is their second as we move up from 1963 to 1966, January 66, for Lee Andrews and the Hearts on the Lost Night label. It's called Can't Do Without You.
Whenever I kiss your lips, I wanna jump up and down and do a
That actually sounds like a Motown record. Is that the Patience and Prudence record from the 1950s, Gonna Get Along Without You Now? That's what it sounded like. But that's Lee Andrews and the Hearts, January 66 release on Lost Night Records. Can't Do Without You is the name of the tune. As we continue here, let's go to this gal. She was a member of the 1950s group The Hearts. As in 1957, she went solo, recording for Zell Sanders' J&S record label, and recorded for a number of labels through the years, not only J&S, but Neptune, ABC, Paramount, and Juggy Murray's Sue record label. Let's give a listen to her fourth of 16 releases on the Sue label. Actually, we'll hear both sides of this record. This is the intended B-side, a tune written by Larry Weiss and Lockie Edwards Jr., produced by Burt Burns, and arranged by Burt Keys. March 1963. Here's Baby Washington. Baby Washington on the Sue label. It's called There He Is.
Standing in the rain, waiting for me to run and kiss him. Oh, there he is, and he still looks the same. Heaven knows how much I've missed him. We had a quarrel, and though he was wrong, well, I put my pride in my pocket. But a lover's quarrel never lasts long. A moment I kiss him, that will stop it. So there, right there he is. Yeah, I'm gonna run to him, and I'll never let him go. My love, yeah, my love, yes he is. And there, right there he is. Yeah, over there, my love. But I love his sorrow, and I know never lasts long. Now the moment I kiss, I know never stop it. So there, right there, over there he is. I said I'm gonna run to him, yeah, and I'll never let him go. He's my life, yes he is. He's my love, and I know there he is. My love, over there, my love, there he is. I said I'm gonna give him a kiss and stop this silly love. There he is.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's Baby Washington there. Baby Washington on the Sue record label. That's her fourth of 16 on Sue. There He Is from March of 1963. Let's give a listen to the A-side. This is the A-side of the 45. This charted number 40 on Billboard, number 10 on the R&B chart, number 2 on KDEO in El Cajon. Is it El Cajon, California? Did I say it right? Those of you that know where that is, March 63, Baby Washington. It's called That's How Heartaches Are Made.
such a fool to love you. They say that you're the kind who'd never be true. Pretty soon the day would come when I'd be the sorry one, but I said that I'm not afraid. Well, that's how heartaches are made. That's how heartaches are made. I went ahead and my heart opened the door. I gave you so much love, no one could want more. You pretended to be mine. How could you be so unkind with all the other girls you played? Well, that's how heartaches are made. 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 I know you're not sincere and you never be, but still I want your kisses so desperately. I can never let you go, baby, even though I know every rule of love you disobeyed. Well, that's how heartaches are made. That's how heartaches are made. That's how heartaches are made.
That's the great sound of Baby Washington there, March 63. That's her fourth release on the Sue record label. That's how heartaches are made. A number of new people coming in to the Vinyl Treasure Show. If you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am here every Wednesday night. I spin Soul 45s out of my collection between 9 p.m. Eastern Time and midnight. We do a little bit of overtime. If you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. I have Charlene, my admin assistant, accumulate these requests. I pull the 45s out, and Charlene helps me with the research. I'm just the speaker here, the amateur DJ on a Wednesday night. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with 1957 45s out of my collection as we continue with the countdown of Relic Records, a survey they took back in 1997, I think, with that countdown. And then Saturday night, it's my big 50s and early 60s show, again from 9 p.m. Eastern Time till midnight. Usually a whole hour goes by, but the copyright police are out in full force here following Johnny G. I tell you, after 2 hours, they come after me. But let's continue here with a request for listener Edmund Williams. He loves this singer, and who doesn't? Mr. Sam Cooke. And he signed with RCA Records back in 1960, had 24 releases for RCA through 1966. Now, Edmund requested his 19th, and this is from his RCA LP. If you have that LP, it's called Shake. That's the LP, but it's a song he wrote. It was produced by Al Schmidt. This charted number 41 on Billboard, 36 on Cashbox, number 15 on the R&B chart, and a big number 7 record on WAWA in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We go to March of 1965 for Mr. Sam Cooke. For Edmund Williams, it's called It's Got the Whole World Shaking. For Edmund.
Something must be going on.
been going on. What I say, it's got that soul in it, baby. You can't leave that beat alone. Alright, it's got the whole world shaking, and I'm talking about that beat. Alright, it's got the whole world shaking, and I'm talking about that beat. What I say, it's got that soul in it, baby. You can't help but pat your feet. Alright, well, it makes you wiggle, makes you move, puts your body in the groove. You want to holler or you want to shout, makes you wanna work it on out. It's got the whole world shaking, from New York to old Hong Kong. Alright, it's got the whole world shaking, from New York to old Hong Kong. Oh, what I say, it's got that soul in it, baby. You can't leave that beat alone.
There you go. That's for Edmund Williams there. That's the sound of Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke from March 1965. That's his 19th release, 19 of 24 releases on the RCA record label. It's Got the Whole World Shakin' is the name of the tune. Johnny G babbling on too much for this evening, so I apologize for that. Got a little bit of my work history now that I am fully retired here. And we continue here. Let's go to Philadelphia for this next singer. He was a lead singer of the Dovells. His real name was Leonard Borisov, but he went solo in 1964 with releases on Cameo and Mercury. Then in 1965, he signed with Decca Records. He had a #2 national hit with his second release on Decca. Was called 1, 2, 3. Let's give a spin to his 6th of 7 on the Decca record label. This was number 95 on Billboard, a big number 23 record, though, on WIBG. If you were listening in Philadelphia, didn't somebody just win a big lotto? Wasn't there like a big lotto jackpot that just went off recently? And I guess that person could relate to this record for sure. Let's go to August of 1966. Mr. Len Barry. Len Barry on the Decca record label. It's called I Struck It Rich.
Love you, baby. Do I need you, darling? All right, now that I found gold, you know I'm gonna stake my claim. It's not the kind of gold that gives a man fortune and fame. Before I met you, girl, my life was so empty. Others I'm still poor, but to me I've got plenty. And baby,
August 66 release there for Mr. Len Barry. Len Barry on the Decca record label. I Struck It Rich is the name of the tune. That is his 6th of 7 releases for the Decca label. As we continue here on the All 60s edition, this is a request for UK listener Steve Owen, as this group originally from Rochester, New York, first recording in 1966 on the Lindell record label, but then they signed with Atlantic Records, had 5 releases on the Atlantic label. This was their first, a tune written by the lead singer. His name is John Ellison, and this is going out to Steve Owen, May 1967. Let's give a listen to the Soul Brothers 6 on Atlantic Records. It's called I'll Be Loving You. Filling a request for a UK listener, Steve Owen, there, May 1967. That's actually a B-side for the Soul Brothers 6, their first release on the Atlantic record label. I'll Be Loving You is the name of the tune. Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room wants an instant request to flip over the 45, give a listen to the A-side of this record here. So we send it out to Mark Speck, May 1967. The Soul Brothers 6 on the Atlantic record label. It's called Some Kind of Wonderful. This is from Mark.
I don't have to run around. I don't have to stay
Instant requests here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. It's from Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room, the Soul Brothers 6. John Ellison on lead, May 1967, their first release for Atlantic. Some Kinda Wonderful is the name of the tune, and we featured the B-side there, I'll Be Loving You, for UK listener Steve Owen. Of course, that tune covered by Grand Funk. Were they Grand Funk Railroad there or just in the beginning? I don't know, on the Capitol record label. Johnny G here in Vinyl Treasure Overtime, as it is just 12 midnight right here on the East Coast here in New York City. As we continue with a little bit of overtime, let's go to this gal, best known for her 1950s releases. She is originally from Linden, Texas, first recording for Don Robey's Peacock record label back in 1952, but in 1958 she would join the Johnny Otis Show, record with the 3 Tons of Joy was the name of the group, recorded for the Capitol record label. Her real name was Ollie Marie Givens, but she recorded as Marie Adams. Now, this is the B-side to her very last release that came out in May of 1967 on the Encore record label. This is Marie Adams on Encore. It's called That's the Way to Get Along, Marie Adams.
Baby, I'm sorry for my mistakes, honey. Please forgive me. Say something, girl. Say something.
Hush up, pothead, and listen. You better do all the things you know you should. You better be everything you said you would. If you lied to me, you better come clean. Ask anybody, I'll say what I mean. If you start out right, nothing will go wrong. That's the way to get along. You got to love me good, 'cause I know you can. Give me the best you got, you understand. I'm nobody's fool, I know wrong from right. You got a good thing, you better keep it uptight. Don't stay out late, bring it on home. That's the way to get along. Oh, baby, that's the way to get along. That's the way to get along, baby, the way to get along. I'm nobody's fool, I know wrong from right. You can't satisfy me, running the streets all night. You got to love me with soul to keep me uptight. That's the way to get along. That's the way to get along. Oh, baby. That's the way to get along. That's the way to get along. I said I'm nobody's fool. I know wrong from right. You can't satisfy me, running the streets all night. Nobody love me with soul, keep me uptight. That's the way to get along. Oh, baby, that's the way to get along.
There you go. That is Marie Adams. That's her final single. I mean, she goes way back to 1952. That's when they're in May 67. It's Marie Adams. It's on Encore with an E. E-N-C-O-R-E, Daryl. That's the way to get along. Yes, it is. Johnny G here on Vinyl Treasure Overtime. If you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@AOL.com. We kind of stay away from the hits when the copyright police come out. Although I played some hits, Mark is giving me a hard time on the hits. So I'm thinking of Billboard on Billboard. I'm not talking about regional hits, even though a lot of these records did do well regionally. But let's continue here for this next singer from Shreveport, Louisiana. He was a member of a number of gospel groups. I think the Clefs of Calgary, also at one time a member of the Stole Stirrers. But he has solo releases, first on the Argo label beginning in 19 1965, and other labels. This is his second of two. Tune written and produced by Gene Barge, arranged by Phil Wright. This was a number 13 record on WRBD. If you were listening in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Let's go to July of 1965. Let's give a listen to James Phelps. James Phelps on the Argo label. It's called La-Di-Da, I'm a Fool in Love.
La-di-da, 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 la-di-da. Blues, blues, go away. Come back on another day. My heart glitters like the stars above. Oh, because I'm a fool in love. Let it rain, honey, let it snow. I don't care how much the wind may blow. I'll be warm although it's too above. Oh, because I'm a fool in love. She's as pretty as a speckled buck. No other girl can measure up. I can't describe her because she's so fine. Good golly, she's mine, oh mine. It seems like I'm walking on air. It may sound silly, but I don't care. I'm as happy as a turtle dove. Oh, because I'm a fool in love. La-di-da, 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 la-di-da. She's as pretty as a speckled pup. No other girl can measure up. I can't describe her because she's so fine. Good golly, she's mine, oh mine. It seems like I'm walking on air. It may sound silly, but I don't care. I'm as happy as a turtle dove. So because I'm a fool in love. La-di-da, la-di-da, baby, I love you so. Don't you know it? You make me love you, and I love you with all of my heart. I don't have to go high anymore, 'cause I love you. Oh, I love you so.
Yes, Mark, sounding a lot like Sam Cooke. That's James Phelps, July 1965. That's on the Argo record label. That's his second release on the Argo label. La-Di-Da, I'm a Fool in Love is the name of the tune. He has other releases on Fontana, I think Apache, and the Paramount record label. Let's continue here in Vinyl Treasure Overtime. We go back out in Los Angeles, California for this group. This is the B-side of the 45. The A-side, a ballad, was played regionally, a song called Find Me. It would be picked up by Bell Records, and they would nationally distribute that song. But this is the flip side from December of 1966. Let's give a listen to The Attractions. This is on Anthony Renfro's Renfro record label. Now, the lead singer on this, his name is Maurice Chestnut. Maurice Chestnut on lead. The Attractions with the B-side. It's called Destination U.
I feel like an arrow flying, dead at its mark. My destination is you, baby. I feel like a bullet 45 heading right at you. Oh yeah, a DC line in the sky on a straight line. in the midnight hour. Oh yeah, yeah. And I can't see how I've done without you so long. Nah, 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 nah. A few more miles to go, baby, and I'll be home. My destination, baby. You, yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like a baseball star heading home. My destination is you, baby. I feel like a prophet. Give me you, or give me death. Oh yeah. A satellite orbiting, beep beep, beeping on you. Oh baby. Oh, destination you, baby. My destination is wow you. And I'm gonna love you every day, yeah, and every way. Woo, yeah. I counted every second until I arrived. My one consolation was you'll be waiting. So be available, get ready, 'cause here I come. Oh yeah, my destination, baby. I might take a train, might take an aeroplane, roller skate, tricycle, unicycle, skateboard. I just might skip, might take a rocket ship. Destination, baby. Destination you. Wow, you, baby. Oh, train.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That group called the Attractions. They're out of Los Angeles, California. Maurice Chestnut on lead, December 66 release. On the first label, Renfro Records, it's called Destination U. Some of you that own that record, I'm sure you may have it on the Bell record label. There you go. That one also released on Bell Records. Let's continue here. Let's with this request for listener Adrian Viterbo in Mexico. Now, the lead singer of this group first recorded for the Five Wings back in 1955 for King Records, and they had a hit in 1960. I guess we can call it a hit with a song called Valerie, where the guy, the lead singer, is crying in the song. Well, there was a label in 1965 called the Lana label, and what they did was they had those artists from the 1950s and early 60s re-record a lot of their tunes. So they might not have been all the original members, but they would re-record their original tunes. So the flip side of this 45 is kind of like a newer version, like 5 years later, of Valerie by a group called Jackie and the Starlights, with Jackie LaRue on lead. But the flip side is actually an original song that came out on the label, and Adrian found out about it, and I had the record, and it's only available as a part of a reissue, I guess we can call it. But this is from 1965. This is on the Lana record label, and it's by Jackie and the Starlights with Jackie LaRue on lead. This is for Adrian. It's called Lonesome Boy.
I'm a lonesome boy in a lonesome town. I need somebody, oh, to call my own. Oh, I need a girl like you. Oh, just one of them girls. Oh, I'm just a lonesome boy. Oh, in a lonesome town.
call my own. Talking about that, just want somebody. Oh, God. Oh, I need me just one girl. Oh, I mean just one girl. Oh, I'm just a lonesome boy in the town. Oh, by myself. Oh, by myself. Oh, by myself. Oh, by myself.
As Jackie LaRue and the Starlights there. Not in great shape, unfortunately. What do you want for a nickel? Finding it out at a garage sale. That's Jackie and the Starlights. That's for Adrian Viterbo, listening down in Mexico. 1965 on the Lana label. Lonesome Boy is the name of the tune. Johnny G ain't a lonesome boy on Wednesday evenings. Thank you all for being here. We are in Vinyl Treasure Overtime. We'll probably get out of here at the bottom of the hour. Got to prepare for tomorrow afternoon's show. Records from the year 1957. But let's continue here. Here is a request for UK listener Steve Owen. We heard from this gal earlier in the show, Nella Dods. Nella Dods on the Juan record label, whose real name, Donzella Petty John was her name, and she signed with Juan Records to have 6 releases. This is her first. This is her debut single. This song originally recorded by Diana Ross and the Supremes, because they released this on Motown Records in October of 64, and Nella Dods, she recorded it. They released it a month later in November 1964, and this was number 74 on Billboard, but a big number 3 record on WJMO if you were listening in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's go to November 64. This is for Steve Owen, Nella Dods. Nella Dods on Wand, and her rendition of the tune Come See About Me for Steve.
I've been crying 'cause I'm lonely. Smiles have all turned to tears, but tears won't wash away the fear that you're never ever gonna return. Too easy fire that within me burns. It keeps me crying, baby, for you. Keeps me sighing, baby, for you. So won't you hurry? Come on, boy, and see about me. See about me. See about you, baby. See about me. I've given up my friend's drive for you. My friends are gone and you have to. No peace shall I find until you come back and be mine. No matter what you do or say, I'm gonna love you anyway. Keep on crying, baby, for you. I wanna keep sighing, baby, for you. So won't you hurry? Come on and see about me. See about me.
Cover tunes here on the All 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's Nella Dods' version of the Supremes' Come See About Me, November 64 on the Wand record label. Let's continue here, a couple more before we sign off here in 10 minutes here. This next singer, he's originally from Kinder, Louisiana, had so many great recordings through his career, first beginning back in 1947, could sing all types of music, blues, rockers, R&B, ballads, up-tempos, some with vocal groups, some without, some solo releases, first recording for the Deluxe record banner, then in 1953 for King Records, the parent of Deluxe Records, and in 57 for Imperial, in 1960 for Home of the Blues. But here is a late one on Bob Thiel's Bluesway label out of New York City. It's a song he wrote, and this one orchestra conducted by H.B. Barnum, which is pretty interesting. But let's go to March 67, a real late song for Roy Brown. Roy Brown on Bluesway Records. It's called Standing on Broadway, parentheses, Watching the Girls. Roy Brown.
Oh, everybody out there lending ear, especially all you hep cats, the heat cats that is. I want to tell a story, baby. Listen to me. Look at here. Hey. Standing on Broadway, watching all the girls that go by, skinning a belt, I like 'em like that. I get my kicks a digging all of the chicks. Standing on Broadway, watching all the girls that go by. Oh, short and tall, I love them all. They look so neat walking down the street. Now look at here, all of you cats out there in your town, I know you got a Broadway. Look at here, baby, take a tip from me, go on out there and dig them pretty pretties as they walk by. Now look at here, dig this. Hey, God made a woman, I understand. He made her especially for man. If a woman is good, she's a precious thing. She can take a tramp and make him a king. On the other hand, if a woman is bad, she'll take a real good guy and she'll make him bad. She'll love him sweet and pretend it's real. Then she'll make him beg and steal. But I love all the women, the young and the old, the blind ones, the crippled ones, God bless their souls. I'm gonna love them until I die. That's one big reason why I'm standing on Broadway. Hallelujah! I'm watching all the girls go by. I'm standing on Broadway. Oh yeah! I'm watching all the girls go by. And I'm standing on the corner, standing in the middle. I'm digging all the pretty, prettiest, big little, standing on Broadway. Oh yeah!
I was always wondering, not that I worked down in the city, but it was funny when I was because when I first worked for Sony Music, it was down in the Bertelsmann building down at Times Square. And I had opportunities to work in New York City, talking in the early 1980s. I had an interview with a Macmillan Book Publishing. I hated taking the train in the August heat, walking in the city, and I didn't know. I met my buddies down there. They're like, well, we got to cut through the buildings. We're going to cut through the buildings to go down. And I had to go to this Macmillan Book Publishing, and they needed a lot of help. I couldn't take it. After 11 days, I just quit, and I ended up working for a company called Transamerica Leasing. But then when I worked for Sony Music, I had to go back into the city. I had to walk down to Times Square, and I loved it. I loved it like 30 years later. Don't ask me why. But anyway, when I was up, I think on the 50th floor or whatever, so they were like, Johnny, let's go down and let's go get some lunch and let's go sit we'll sit on the side there. They got chairs and whatnot, and we'll just watch. I'm going, what are we watching? He goes, we're going to watch all the girls walk by on Broadway. That's how I related to that song there. There you go. Roy Brown, a late one for him, March 1967, on the Bluesway record label, standing on Broadway, watching the girls. Let's continue here. Maybe two more 45s to go before we sign off here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. This next singer, originally from Portsmouth, Virginia, first recording back in 1954. He was just 12 years old on the Mechanic record label. He was known as Little Jerry. Well, then he became Little Jerry Williams, and this is a song he did from September of 1964. It would be picked up by Loma Records, but it first came out on Frank Slay's Southern Sound label out of New York City, and this bubbled under it. Number 102 was a number 9 record on KXOK in St. Louis, Missouri. Let's go to September of 1964 for Little Jerry Williams, who would record as Swamp Dogg in the 1970s, but here he is back in 64. Little Jerry Williams on Southern Sound. It's called I'm the Lover Man.
To make you happy, as I can. Your days won't be lonely, your nights never blue. I'll be here to love you, I'll stand by you. So don't you worry, baby, there's no need to cry.
That tune there, that September 64 release for Little Jerry Williams, would later be known as Swamp Dogg in the 1970s. That's on Southern Sound Records, later on picked up by Loma Records. I'm the Lover Man is the name of the tune. Johnny G's your lover DJ here on a Wednesday evening. I actually got two 45s to go, two requests as we close down the program. First up, a request for listener Edmund Williams. This singer born in Inverness, Mississippi, was discovered by Ike Turner, who brought him over to Sam Phillips' Sun record label back in 1954, and he had releases on the Sun label, also recorded for the Meteor label in 1957. Then he had a release in 58, recorded for Bobbin Records out of St. Louis. Then he signed with Checker Records in 62, would have about 32 releases on the Checker record label between 1962 and 1976. His real name was James Milton Campbell Jr., but you know him as Little Milton, and Edmund requested the B-side to his 10th release on the Checker record label, a song he wrote. This one arranged by Phil Wright. We go to March of 1965. This is for Edmund, Little Milton on Checker Records. It's called Can't Hold Back the Tears.
Here comes Mr. Loneliness to stay by my side. I know I won't forget you, no, 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 but Lord knows I've got to try. I feel the water falling, falling from my eyes. I don't wanna cry anymore, my dear, but I can't hold back these tears. I hear the people whispering, yes I do. They're saying I'm such a fool, yeah, to sit down here and let you worry me. You were never true, but that's alright, baby. No, no, they don't know how I feel, no, no. And loving you the way I do, Lord, I can't hold back these tears. I miss your tender kisses. Oh, yes I do, yes I do. They're so sweet and warm. I'm getting weaker and weaker day by day. Lord, won't you come on home? And that's why, Lord, that's why I'm standing here lost like a blind man. Lord, I can't hold back the tears. I said I can't hold back the tears. Oh, no, 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 baby, no. I don't mean to cry this way, baby. The water keeps falling down.
There you go. That's March 1965. That's by request for listener Edmund Williams, the sound of Little Milton. Little Milton, his 10th release on Checker. Can't hold back the tears. No, I can't, because Johnny G's eyes are tearing. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyltreasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 45s out of my collection. If you want to get in touch with the DJs love to receive emails. And believe me, thank you all for all your correspondence with me and all the Happy New Year and Christmas greetings that I received from you. Thank you all for that. But the email address for chatting and requests is vinyltreasures@AOL.com. If I don't answer you right away, that's because I'm busy with the shows here, doing 3 shows, and again, all the chores around here, taking care of my elderly parents there that need the help. Johnny G is here to do that. So this is my kind of breakaway here, and really the only time I get to hear my records. I don't have time to sit around and it was somebody on 45 Cat goes, can you send me an MP3 of whatever record it was? So I was like I really have time to make MP3s. I do it if I'm selling a record or something, or somebody pays me. I've received, people have paid me $20 for a song, and I don't mind doing it. In that case, I will take the time to do it. But just to go and somebody I don't even know And then they don't even thank me. I says, that ain't happening. I don't have time for that. I just don't. It's unfortunate. I don't have time. I really need more time to exercise. You make those New Year resolutions. Johnny G's got to lose weight for the year 2024. Very, very important to do that. And at one time I did. I tell you, I lost 110 pounds on Weight Watchers a long time ago. That was right before I met Barbara back in 2010. So I've been with Barbara since 2010. So that's my New Year's resolution. But thank you all for being here tonight. And again, I'll be back next Wednesday night right here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell for all notifications so you get an email wherever you are, on your phone, on your a tablet, or on your PC, and then you can click that. It'll take you right to the show. That is an important thing to do. But thank you all for just being here and tuning into the program as we begin a new year. And hopefully 2024 will be better than 2023. That is for sure. But I'll be back next Wednesday. Tomorrow afternoon, I do a show in the day for a lot of the people over in Europe, and also those that can't stay up late, that usually watch this on the archive, because it'll be up momentarily on YouTube. There's no chat. Because that takes a while for them. They run it through their algorithm or whatever they do. But if the show is never up or it's blocked, because the copyright police were out tonight in full force, so they sometimes block the show in certain countries. Russia, all my 10,000 listeners in Russia, unfortunately, they can't view it, but that's too bad. But you can go to vinyltreasures.net. There you can stream or download the show there. And then I'll be back Saturday night again at 9 to midnight for all your requests for the 50s and early 60s. But I am beat today, and I'm going to go get ready for the show for tomorrow afternoon. So thank you all. Happy New Year to you all, and those of you just finding out about the program. So thank you. And we're going to close the show tonight actually with a request for, where is it? My cheat sheets here. There you go. For listener Amnon, this singer, he's from Columbia, Tennessee. His real name is Ray Welton Edelman, but he recorded as Baby Ray, right? Yeah, Baby Ray. And this is his first of 3 on the Imperial record label. And it's a cover of the Big J McNeely tune, There Is Something on Your Mind, that came out back in 1959 on the Swingin' label. And who else did this? Who else is the... Bobby Marchand also did a version of this, which is a little bit more violent. But anyway, our closer tonight is for Amnon by Baby Ray. This charted number 69 on Billboard, but a number 10 record on WHB in Kansas City, Missouri. October 1968 on Imperial, Baby Ray with There Is Something on Your Mind. Well, there is nothing on my mind, because that's going to do it for the show. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Thank you, Charlene, again. I couldn't do the show without Charlene, folks. She's always been a big help for me for all these years. So she helps me with the research, and she helps me prepare for the show. She can't pull the records. I have to do that. But thank you, Charlene, again for your help today. So just want to say, everybody, stay well. I will see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long. Forever.
There's something on your mind by the way you look at me. There's something on your mind by the way you look at me. Can what you're thinking bring happiness, or will it bring misery? If you ever think about me,
if I ever cross your mind. Girl, girl, if you ever think about me, if I ever cross your mind. Oh, you know I'm your one night. I know you're mine. You know it's so hard to be in love with someone. It's so hard to be in love with someone and know that that someone loves your best friend. I mean, this puts a heavy burden on your mind. It bugs you the most, to say the least, if not less. And you make it on down to the pawn shop. You pick yourself up a brand new nickel-plated, straight-shooting, high-velocity, long-range BB pistol. Then you make it on back up on the scene where your loved one and your best friend are now together. You look in and see him eat bologna and crackers from your fresh and open pack, and it irritates you so much that you shoot him. You shoot her. And then realizing what you done, you reach down, you pick up your baby in your arms, you say, "Speak to me, baby, what have I done?" She looked up at you with tears in her eyes, and in her last dying breath, she say, "Do-do-do-do."